I was doing the job that I wanted. I was working in a very high powered life and death field. And even now, I judge myself about it. And it sounds foolish. So why did I just say, "Hey, Kristen, I'm feeling really anxious and overwhelmed, and like I'm not good enough at this job, and that I won't be." All of which was not true, but that's certainly how I felt.
Mhm.
If I'd said that, I could have avoided all of this.
Mm.
Sure, all of this near death, multiple times near death experience.
Mm.
But I didn't have the courage to ask for help.
Mm.
I didn't think I deserved help.
Mm.
So I kept managing, and I tried it and I didn't die, and that probably was the worst thing that could happen because I tried it again and
Yeah.
worked, but not as well, which means I probably needed more.
Mm.
I did, but even that didn't work as well as the first time. And then I'm on the road to tolerance,
Mhm.
independence. The whole road didn't last very long. It was less than a year of, several weeks, and then a couple of weeks, and then a week, and then a few days, and then regularly until it was something that I was using not just to feel good, but I had to use it to feel less awful. I was
Mm.
well below zero.
Mm.
And so on the day this all came down, it was once again, I was just had to get through a day because it's short acting. If I could suffer for a couple of days, I'd probably get over the hump. 2, 3 days, and that'd be the worst of it. That's what I thought. And so every morning I'd wake up miserable, sick. I'd pull myself together, get to the hospital, do work. I'm not intoxicated, but I need to be, right, because I'm in withdrawal. I go through the day, I do whatever the work is. I had this very bright line about not using while I was taking care of patients,
Mhm.
but I was not in any great shape to take care of patients, even though I wasn't technically under the influence of the narcotic. I was definitely under the influence of what I had been doing.
Mhm.
And so all I had to do was go home and not use. It was very easy to get the drugs back then. People weren't paying attention. It's just some accounting tricks, and there's essentially infinite supply in the pharmacy. None of the patients suffered. That
Mm.
probably would have tipped people off. There was a limitless supply. We'll call it that. And so day after day, I would make a promise that I just have to just leave the hospital after work and don't use, and everything will be on the way to getting better. And then all this story, I never have to tell anybody this story because it'll all be in the past.
Mm.
So I broke my promise to myself again and used as much as I could get, which was enough to feel not quite so horrible for a few hours.